Hey heroes, Cap here, and I want to talk about the CGI work that we've seen up until episode 4 of Moon Knight. Now episode 1 started us off a bit cheesy with some things. Episode 4, we got some more of that cheese with more of like the Indiana Jones style Raiders of the Lost Ark as they search the pyramid for the hidden treasure. But I want to talk about how it was all on purpose and why it's so critical that we realize that that's all on purpose. Now, if you go on to enjoy the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe to come along for more Marvel breakdowns. And if you haven't seen episode 4 of Moon Knight just yet, do know that there are spoilers ahead, so be sure to go check out episode 4 and then come on back and check out the rest of this video. But let's talk about the CGI work and get into it. Now, before we jump into episode 4, let's talk about episode 1, because that's when we started to really see the CGI cheesiness, and I mean the car chase scene. Super cheesy. The logs coming down the mountain, the men kind of just like flashing whenever he like switches between Mark, which we didn't know was Mark at the time, and then goes back to Steven, and how it kind of goes back and forth, and it just seems like a cheesy car chase that you would see in like a indie film, not like a Marvel Studios production. And now in episode 4, we see that Mark is in a psych ward. And in this psych ward, he's watching this movie called Tomb Buster. And it seems to be where a lot of his ideas and story and possible delusion came from. Which means that if that is the case, that cheesy CGI work was supposed to be on purpose to replicate the cheesiness that was in that VHS movie. Which is absolutely fantastic and a great idea to further the immersiveness of this delusion and to get us thinking, oh, Mark really is out of his mind. Or is he? Now, we also saw Tara at the very end of episode 4, which you've even seen my previous episode where I break down Tara, who she is and everything. Be sure to check that out. But she's the goddess who gets you ready to move on with the afterlife, or cleanses you to get rejuvenated, brought back. Now, this could signal that Mark is actually dead and has been dead for a little while.
And did it suck for you? Getting rejected from the field of reeds?
Well, that don't make sense, because I'm not dead, am I?
Stevie.
Am I?
He needs to get himself together, him and Steven and Jake, who's locked in that sarcophagus. Can somebody let Jake out, please? Just open the door. I don't think there's holes in there. But hopefully get all 3 of them, if there are 3 or just 2, together to coexist and come back as an ultimate Moon Knight, ready to take down Harrow, Ahmet, and anyone else that stands in his way. After, of course, he goes and releases Khonshu by breaking the statue or reciting something, or I don't know. Hopefully Tara and maybe Layla will help them out in some way. I gotta figure out who Layla is. I've got a theory, but I want to do more investigating in that one. Let me know in the comments below what you think, who you think Layla is and what she kind of represents. But back to the CGI and delusion and possible Mark being dead. I think Steven we all got like a little bit of a teaser that he could be dead in episode 1 when he's talking to the little girl and she's like, what was it like to be rejected by the gods? And he goes, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not dead, am I? At this moment now that we're in the psych ward and I realize Tara supposed to help people get ready for the afterlife. Oh my gosh. This has just been an origin story this entire time, which of course it's been an origin story. It's our first time meeting Moon Knight. But an actual origin of how him and Khonshu possibly come into being, and like B becomes the fist of Khonshu and serves the justice and takes them down. Maybe Harrow was the one that killed him all along, and that now this is when they reunite with Khonshu and he becomes the fist again. He becomes Moon Knight and he takes down Harrow and Ahmet hopefully before Ahmet. But it will be interesting to see how it all ends, and I definitely think the CGI cheesiness will stop after this episode. Episode 5 and 6, it's going to be top tier. It's going to be Marvel Studios production level, and it's going to be absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. I guarantee that one. Now, if you went on to enjoy the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and come along for more Marvel breakdowns as I continue to dive into episode 4, Moon Knight. We got Thor, we've got Doctor Strange, everything happening all at once. So come along for the Marvel ride. Let me know in the comments below what theories you have, what you're thinking. Is the CGI purposeful, or are they just running on a little bit of a tighter crew or something? Let me know, and as always, stay amazing, and until the next video, bye-bye.